Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. By 2030, the world is expected to face a widening gap between sustainability, ambition, and actual outcomes, driven by increasing complexity and fragmented systems. That's where today's conversation comes in. I'm Ray, your host. In this session, we'll explore how artificial intelligence or AI is strengthening how we generate insight, make decisions, and design systems at scale, shaping a more adaptive and future ready approach to sustainability. Thank you for joining us, and let's begin. The International Academy for Quality was founded between 1966 and 1971 by some of the most influential pioneers in the field. Leaders such as Armand Feigenbaum, Kaoru Ishikawa, and Walter Massing came together with a vision to create a truly global body dedicated to advancing quality. From the beginning, IAQ was built on collaboration across regions, disciplines, and industries. What makes IAQ unique is its structure. It is an independent, nonprofit, peers elected academy, meaning membership is based on recognition by fellow experts. This ensures that the academy represents not only credentials, but proven contributions to the advancement of quality globally. IAQ's membership is highly selective and globally representative. Academicians are invited, not self nominated, and come from over 45 countries across Asia, the Americas, and EMEA. This diversity allows IAQ to bring together perspectives from both mature and emerging systems, creating a richer understanding of quality. IAQ operates through its global think tanks, where members collaborate on key themes shaping the future of quality. These think tanks influence how quality is applied across industries, governments, and institutions. It's where ideas move from theory into global impact. Beyond organizations, IAQ focuses on societal impact. Its work extends into governance, healthcare, education, sustainability, and national quality movements. The goal is clear to apply quality as a force for improving systems that matter most to people and society. Before we begin, let's align a few simple guidelines to keep the session smooth and productive for everyone. First, please keep your microphones muted when you're not speaking to minimize background noise. Second, we encourage you to keep your video on if possible. It helps create a more engaging and connected session. Third, please feel free to use the Q&A box for your questions. We'll address as many as we can during and after the session. And fourth one is the chat box is open for insights and reflections. Just keep discussions relevant and respectful. Fifth, let's maintain a professional and considerate environment for everyone. And lastly, this session is being recorded. So thank you for your cooperation, and let's make this a great session together. Now it's my pleasure to introduce our speaker for this webinar. Sumaya Rokeri has been working in sustainability and helping redefine how it is architected. She is a sustainability and business excellence architect and AI strategy advisor known for designing integrated systems that go beyond traditional approaches, bringing together sustainability, quality, and intelligent technologies. She is the founder of Sustainable Design and Consulting, where she leads multidisciplinary work focused on solving complex real world challenges through systemic innovation. Her expertise spans architecture, sustainability, Six Sigma, and emerging AI applications, giving her a unique lens on how organizations can create long term regenerative value. Her work has earned international recognition, including award winning contributions in sustainable and regenerative design. Beyond industry, she is also deeply engaged in academia as a founder of Sustainable Academy, a contributor to global sustainability education, and an active member of the International Academy for Quality, particularly within the Quality in Planet Earth Concerns think tank. What stands out in her work is her ability to connect disciplines to move from fragmented efforts to integrated systems. And that's exactly the conversation we need today. Please join me in welcoming Somi.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ray, for the introduction. And hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. I see so many familiar faces. Welcome, and so many new faces. It's a pleasure to meet you all. Today, we are here to explore one of the most transformative technologies of our time and see how we can leverage that to reshape the sustainability landscape across the scale. So without further delay, let's just get it started. And if I could just share my screen here. Wonderful. Can you just see my screen now?
All good, Somi.
Wonderful. So, to get us started, we are now standing at the edge of an unprecedented era. Technologies are advancing at a rapid pace, reshaping every corner of our lives. Artificial intelligence is not just a concept on the horizon anymore. It's woven into the very fabric of our work, embedded in our devices, guiding our routes, powering cities, and transforming businesses. And at the same time, our planet faces urgent, complex crises. Climate change accelerates, natural resources vanish faster than ever, and economic and geopolitical uncertainties and crises continue to grow. These challenges are too vast, too interconnected, and too dynamic for old, fragmented solutions to keep up. But here's a breakthrough. Just like any other domains in our life, AI is unlocking new and immense abilities to confront these challenges. It can amplify our capabilities to open doors to sustainable growth and innovation at a scale that we have never seen before. And that's what we are going to explore in our today's discussion. But before we get started, two quick important notes that I want to share with you. First, this conversation could fill hours and hours because the potential and implications of AI are vast and rapidly evolving. And given the time constraints today, we will just focus on a high-level overview designed to provoke thought and uh, uh, invite for deeper exploration. And I'm very hopeful that we will continue this conversation in future sessions to dive deeper into these transformative possibilities. Second, what I'm sharing in this presentation is not a checklist or a catalog of ready-made answers. It's just a window into cutting-edge capabilities and innovations reshaping our world right now. A glimpse of the opportunities each of us can see, whether we lead teams, design systems, manage operations, or drive innovation. And we all have a vital role in this transformation. And this webinar is aimed to be a call to action for each of us to consider how we can collectively transform this landscape and co-create new pathways forward to sustainable development. So before we explore AI's impact across the scales of sustainability, let's begin with a brief high-level overview of what artificial intelligence is and the transformative capabilities it offers. Many of you are familiar with this technology, but just revisiting these foundational concepts will deepen our understanding of how AI is reshaping our approach to complex challenges. Artificial intelligence refers to the ability of machine and systems to mimic human cognitive functions, such as learning, reasoning, problem solving, and decision making, in ways that enable them to perform tasks and perform the tasks that traditionally requiring human intelligence. These systems leverage algorithms, vast data sets, and computational power not only to replicate human-like neural networks and thinking models, but also to enhance them, processing enormous volumes of information, identifying intricate patterns, and enabling predictive and adaptive capabilities far beyond the traditional programming. Additionally, AI's generative capabilities allow us to create new ideas and contents based on learnings from big data analysis. And the examples of AI application in our daily life are when we use Google Map to navigate the route or avoid traffic, or when your phone unlocks using facial recognition by recognizing your face, or when you use ChatGPT to create new contents or other forms of generative AI. So what AI-powered systems do is often misunderstood as mere advanced calculation or analysis. In reality, AI-powered tools detect patterns in massive data sets, comprehend natural language as us as humans do, and predict what comes next by learning from experience. This ability to anticipate, to adapt, and generate new insights transforms raw data into foresight and innovation. And by harnessing these advanced capabilities, AI empowers us to move from reactive actions to proactive intelligence, enabling us to solve complex problems, foresee emerging challenges, and create data-driven solutions. With this foundation, let's just move forward and explore some of how these capabilities are being applied to support sustainability efforts at different scales, starting with the global systems. So at the global scale, artificial intelligence is transforming multiple critical domains, from climate action initiatives and environmental monitoring to disaster management and biodiversity protection. AI is providing unprecedented capabilities to understand, predict, and respond to climate-related complex challenges. AI-enabled technologies also enable more precise and sustainable approaches to agriculture, helping feed a growing population while preserving natural resources. And beyond environmental impact, AI is also advancing social equity by improving transparency, resource allocation, and inclusive decision making on a global level. In the following slides, I will explore some of these areas in greater detail, highlighting how AI is driving meaningful changes and opening new pathways for sustainable development worldwide. Moving on to the climate action, starting with that. So artificial intelligence is revolutionizing how we understand and respond to climate change through advanced climate action initiatives focused on two critical areas, mitigation and adaptation. By leveraging vast amounts of historical and real-time data collected from sensors, satellites, and other sources, AI models provide unparalleled foresight into climate dynamics. Mitigation efforts use AI-powered tools to analyze emissions patterns and develop strategies to reduce greenhouse gases, slowing the pace of climate change. Also, adaptation efforts on the other side leverage AI's predictive capabilities to help communities and ecosystems proactively prepare for and adjust to the impacts of changing climate, enhancing resilience across global systems. Additionally, AI's predictive power is transforming disaster preparedness by enabling forecasting of extreme weather events, just like the hurricanes, floods, or natural disasters, just like earthquakes, with unprecedented accuracy. And this capability allows communities and governments to act before disasters strike, saving lives, protecting infrastructure, and optimizing resource deployment. Uh, while these traditional forecasting methods have been struggling with limited analytical capability and lack of foresight, on the other side, AI-enabled tools analyze vast amounts of data and detect complex patterns that were previously impossible to identify. And this foresight provides early warning that saves lives and resources at a scale and speed that traditional methods simply cannot catch. One notable example is the Google's AI flood forecasting platform, which has been deployed in regions vulnerable to extreme weather events. And in places like India, AI-powered systems are starting to be used to predict floods and provide early warnings, helping communities prepare and respond more effectively. Building on the discussion about climate action initiatives and environmental monitoring, now let's see how AI can help us in protecting and preserving biodiversity, which is the foundation of healthy ecosystems, thriving societies, and resilient economies. Here, in this context, traditional monitoring methods have often been slow, costly, and limited in scope and accessibility. Artificial intelligence nowadays is revolutionizing biodiversity protection efforts by empowering governments and environmental organizations to monitor and analyze vast ecological data in real time. AI-powered systems enable real-time monitoring and of endangered species and critical habitats, detecting illegal activities such as poaching and habitat destructions faster than ever before. Traditional methods often detected deforestation in remote areas long after damage has occurred, limiting the ability to intervene effectively. But today, AI integrated with real-time satellite imagery analyzes vast amounts of data instantly, enabling swift detection of any illegal logging and habitat destruction as it happens. And this rapid insight allows authorities and conservationists to take immediate action, preventing further damage and preserving vital ecosystems. An example of this is the AI technologies that have been deployed in Kenya's national parks using drones and infrared cameras to tackle elephants' movements in real time. And this capability allows rangers to detect poaching threats and respond proactively, making a tangible difference in protecting these majestic animals and preserving biodiversity. Moving forward to the agriculture, another key domain that AI-empowered tools are transforming the impact is in agriculture section. As the global population approaches 9 billion by 2030, the pressure to sustainably feed the world intensifies amid climate change and resource scarcity. And feeding the planet sustainable in a sustainable way is now one of the most critical challenges of our time. In this context, AI-driven precision agriculture is transforming this landscape by empowering farmers, governments, and agricultural organizations to enhance their capabilities. AI-driven tools, including drones and IoT sensors, monitor crop health, soil moisture, and nutrient levels, allowing early identification of disease or pest influx. Also, machine learning models can analyze historical data, weather patterns, and environmental factors to predict optimal planting, irrigation, and harvesting times. And overall, all these AI-enabled methodologies can significantly reinforce sustainable farming practices that enable a smarter decision making, improving productivity while advancing sustainability. And this multi-layered approach helps us to enhance food security and resilience across entire regions, demonstrating AI's pivotal role in shaping the future of agriculture. And moving forward to the pioneers AI-empowered tools that enable precision agriculture are IBM's Watson Decision Platform and Climate AI. So IBM Watson analyzes diverse data streams to help farmers anticipate drought and optimize irrigation, reducing water consumption, and improving resilience against climate variability. Um, Similarly, Climate.ai provides predictive and analytics that empower farmers and policymakers to plan for climate risks, anchoring strategic decision making. Climate AI also uses machine learning to deliver hyper-local seasonal climate forecasts, helping farmers boost crop planning accuracy and prevent climate-related loss. And it also uses big data to assess risk scenarios across timeframes and geographies, enabling climate smart policies and insurance modeling. So, to recap this section, as we have seen at the global scale, artificial intelligence is not just about technology, it's an ongoing transformation reshaping how we understand and act. AI's evolving capabilities enables us to move from fragmented visibility to systemic insight, from reactive management to proactive anticipatory action, and from isolated interventions to intelligent coordination. This shift augments and amplifies our ability to think holistically about the sustainability agenda across the globe, orchestrating interactive and integrative solutions that address complex challenges with precision and foresight. And with this in mind, let's just now move on to the next scale, cities and governance, and see how AI is transforming sustainability efforts within their systems. So cities are the backbones of societies, and artificial intelligence is transforming how they operate, building smarter, more resilient, and sustainable urban environments. At this scale, AI augments capabilities across critical domains, including intelligent infrastructure and mobility, resource efficiency and utilities, and stakeholder engagement, policymaking, governance, and so on. And in the next slides, we will explore some of these areas to see how AI helps city governments proactively design solutions that make urban environment more sustainable and resilient. Starting with intelligent infrastructure. Cities have long utilized smart systems, but the evolution to intelligent systems marks a new era. These advanced networks transform urban infrastructure into living, adaptive ecosystems that sense, learn, and respond in real time to the city's heartbeat. Here, AI does not only automate, but enables orchestrating complex scenarios across multiple layers, empowering cities to proactively manage challenges and opportunities. Take mobility as an example. AI driven traffic signals no longer follow fixed schedules. Instead, they dynamically adjust based on real-time data from sensors, GPS, and mobile devices. This adaptive approach, a smooth traffic flow, reduces idle time, lowers emission, and decreases fuel consumption, contributing to cleaner, more sustainable urban environments while enhancing citizens' quality of life. Helsinki is a leading example that in smart mobility, the city is now leveraging AI data-driven solutions to improve traffic flow and achieve carbon neutrality by 2030. Through the Mobility Lab Helsinki, the city utilizes AI to optimize traffic lights and simulates traffic via digital twins. And as a result, they managed to reduce congestion and boosting flow by 15 to 30%. And this example shows us that intelligent systems can effectively shift urban mobility from static management to living networks that learn and adapt, amplifying cities' ability to create resilient, efficient, and sustainable communities. Building an intelligent infrastructure, AI is also revolutionizing resource efficiency, transforming traditional static planning into dynamic real-time orchestration. AI-powered tools enable cities to analyze vast data streams from energy consumption patterns to water usage, revealing insights that drive smarter management. An example is Amsterdam, that has implemented an AI-driven energy grid that dynamically adjusts power distribution based on real-time renewable energy availability and consumption patterns. This innovation has significantly improved renewable energy utilization and reduced energy waste, showing the potential of AI to transform urban resource management. Another example is Singapore, which employs AI-powered water management systems. Here, the AI tool monitors usage in detail and detects any abnormality and leaks early, which previously in the traditional methods took much longer to be detected and often resulted in significant water waste. So as we see here, AI-driven leak management provides greater agility in pinpointing problem areas, enabling faster response and substantial reduction in water loss. And this advancement highlights AI's critical role in promoting resource efficiency within the urban context. Moving forward, building on the advancement in intelligent infrastructure and resource efficiency, we now turn to the social dimension of sustainability, governance, and citizen engagement. This reveals another key dimension beyond physical and environmental systems that AI can create immense impacts. Here, AI-powered tools enhance the capacity of city leaders to collect, understand, anticipate, and respond to the complex needs and voices of their communities. Leveraging AI, natural language processing, and sentiment analysis help governing and regulatory bodies to connect with citizens in a meaningful way. And these technologies extract and interpret vast amounts of data from participatory platforms, social media, and other resources, capturing the true sentiments, concerns, and priorities of communities. This level of data collection, engaging and understanding the voice of communities and stakeholders moves beyond the traditional surveys and enables policymakers to design more responsive and inclusive policies. Additionally, and more interestingly, AI-empowered tools provide effective governance by stimulating various policy scenarios, helping leaders anticipate potential challenges and community impacts before implementing those policies. And this foresight allows for proactive refinement of policies, ensuring that they are effective and equitable from the outset. Cities like Barcelona exemplify this approach using AI-driven participatory governance platforms that facilitate real-time citizen input on urban projects. These platforms build transparency and trust while accelerating sustainable initiatives aligned with community priorities. And together, these capabilities are redefining urban leadership, making governance more inclusive, adaptive, and resilient, and empowering cities to thrive amid complexity. So to recap this section, as we have seen, artificial intelligence is reshaping governance and urban environments. By integrating data, enabling adaptive infrastructure, and fostering seamless citizen experience, AI is empowering us to transform cities into dynamic, responsive ecosystems. This shift moves governance from rigid top-down models toward participatory, data-driven decision-making, empowering communities and leaders to anticipate challenges and craft proactive policies. And now, having explored how artificial intelligence is transforming cities, we now cascade our focus to the enterprise level, which are the economic cells within urban ecosystems. And understanding AI's role here completes the picture of how this technology is reshaping systems at every scale. So moving on to the business and enterprise level, in today's evolving business landscape, sustainability is no longer a separate initiative or a checkbox or a compliance matter. It's growingly becoming a strategic imperative and the blueprint for how businesses design and architect their purpose, vision, mission, and growth plans from the outset. Artificial intelligence offers immense opportunities to empower enterprises to advance across key business domains, from strategic leadership and operational excellence to innovation and growth, risk management, and regulatory compliance. And this holistic approach ensures success in measures that not only by financial performance is being considered, but also by the health of natural, social, and economic ecosystems within which businesses operate and create impact. Now, let's explore how AI can integrate into these key business domains to amplify capabilities and reinforce sustainability efforts. And again, as mentioned earlier, while this discussion does not showcase every existing solution, it highlights the vast potential AI offers to transform business processes and systems, helping organizations advance their sustainability journey and spark innovation. Starting with the strategic leadership, today's organizations face a rapidly evolving landscape marked by shifting market trends, regulatory change, supply chain challenges, and disruptions, and environmental uncertainty. Through real-time monitoring of industry trends, competitor actions, and market shifts, AI empowers leaders to tap into vast data stream, analyze complex patterns, and gain comprehensive understanding of these dynamics. As a result, they can innovate responsibly, stay ahead, and create lasting value for stakeholders and society. And in addition to this, one of AI's most significant capabilities is enabling businesses to simulate their strategies and design solutions before real world implementation. This simulation creates a feedback loop that saves resources, enhances agility, and allows for continuous refinement, transforming how organizations plan and execute sustainability initiatives. And also beyond real-time monitoring, AI leverages predictive analytics and scenario planning to forecast future market trends, regulatory shifts, environmental impact, and supply chain disruptions. And this foresight, which is really significant in the business context, equips businesses with a strategic vision that anticipates changes and informs proactive decision making and action planning. And by harnessing all these AI-enabled capabilities, organizations can identify optimal paths, anticipate challenges, and refine their strategies with precision, ensuring sustainability efforts are effective, long-lasting, and aligned with evolving realities. Now, just let's take a look at how AI is being applied in the business context through the example of Google, who has been one of the early adopters of AI-driven sustainability strategies. Google has long been a leader in tech innovation, but they have also made a strong commitment to climate action. One of the most impactful ways they have acted on this is by using AI to optimize energy use in their data centers, which are incredibly energy intensive operations. Their AI systems developed by DeepMind analyze historical performance data from cooling systems and recommend real-time adjustment to minimize energy consumption. This strategic initiative resulted in almost 40% reduction in energy use for cooling alone without undermining performance, which is a huge operational and environmental win. Google also implemented a strategy known as load shifting, where they use AI to schedule energy intensive computing tasks like large scale data processing during times when renewable energy such as solar or wind is almost available on the grid. And this initiative helps them reduce their carbon footprint by aligning the operation with new renewable energy availability. And together, these examples show how AI can go beyond just optimizing efficiency. It can support a broad carbon reduction strategy and even help shift how enterprises think about aligning performance with planetary boundaries. Moving forward to operational excellence, which has long been a cornerstone of business success. Today, artificial intelligence is driving a paradigm shift, advancing this concept beyond just process optimization. AI also enables businesses to elevate operational excellence by integrating advanced predictive analytics, anomaly detection, and adaptive control systems into quality management. These technologies unlock real-time insight that they reveal inefficiencies, anticipate disruptions through pattern recognition, and proactively optimize resource use across the entire system. This real-time data integration spans quality, supply chain, and production systems, creating a continuous feedback loop that drives ongoing improvement and refinement. And together, these capabilities empower businesses to reduce waste, enhance quality, and achieve sustainable outcomes. An example of this context is GE's AI-driven asset performance management software that uses predictive analytics and digital twins to anticipate equipment failures, reducing unplanned downtime by optimizing maintenance schedules. And this AI-enabled technology is now being used in sectors like energy, manufacturing, and healthcare to improve asset reliability and extended lifespan. Moving forward to sustainable innovation, building on the strategic vision and operational excellence, artificial intelligence also empowers teams and organizations to revolutionize innovation in the sustainability context. Acting as a creative catalyst and a brainstorming partner, which is really interesting. AI enables breakthrough ideas by deeply analyzing vast data sets, capturing customer insight and market dynamics, and uncovering design possibilities that traditional methods will not be able to fulfill. AI-enabled tools can also serve as a collaborative partner and help design teams to explore circularity opportunities and integration strategies from the earliest steps of ideation through development to the final product. Another significant capability that AI brings to innovation is through AI-enabled digital twins, simulations, and digital prototyping. These tools create dynamic feedback loops that empower teams to continuously learn, refine, and optimize design. This digital prototyping reduces the need for physical prototyping, and as a result, reduces resource use and environmental footprint of the process and accelerates advanced product and process development while minimizing the need for just doing the real-time implementation, real-world implementation, or physical prototyping. And by empowering organizations to embed sustainability into product and process design from the outset, not as an afterthought, AI helps businesses develop solutions that are both cutting edge, responsible, and driving innovation aligned with environmental and social goals. Let's just take a look at an example in this context. Nike is an outstanding one. Nike's Move to Zero initiative is a comprehensive AI-driven strategy that aims to achieve zero carbon and zero waste through their production process. Through the integration of AI-driven insights, Nike optimizes material usage, enhances circular design, and accelerates the development of sustainable high-performance gear. AI-driven sustainability initiatives help them maximize fabric usage to cut waste, reducing metal defects by 30%. And also, they have another interesting initiative. They designed the Athlete Imagined Revolution, in which generative AI uses athletes' data to co-create innovative footwear design. And overall, the company is leveraging AI to design sustainable materials and optimize manufacturing processes, reducing waste and emissions, and create eco-friendly product lines while moving toward their sustainability ambitions and defined targets. So, as we have discussed, artificial intelligence offers transformative opportunities across strategic leadership, innovation, resource efficiency, and operational excellence, empowering businesses to effectively embed sustainability practices and drive lasting impact. Today, businesses from small to medium and large are at different stages of integrating AI within their strategies and operational processes. And understanding these possibilities provide a powerful foundation for organizations to enhance their capabilities in each of these domains as they progress on their sustainability journey. And there are far more areas where AI can further revolutionize business sustainability efforts, but given the time constraint today, we hope to explore this in greater depth in future discussions. So with this in mind, we've talked a lot about the advantages of AI, and now let's move on to explore some of the challenges and risks that AI presents. which are critical considerations as we navigate this transformative journey. Like any transformative technology, artificial intelligence brings both significant advantages and inherent risks and challenges. And understanding these challenges is very essential, not to discourage innovation and push the brakes, but in order to take a strategic, informed action to mitigate risk and proactively manage potential harms. With this in mind, let's explore some of the key risks associated with AI, which needs to be navigated thoughtfully by AI developers, policymakers, governing bodies, and organizations, starting with AI's environmental footprint, which is one of the most criticized aspects of artificial intelligence technology. While AI holds immense potential, as we discussed part of that today, to advance sustainability, it also presents significant concern regarding energy consumption. For example, training large AI models can emit as much carbon as multiple transatlantic flights, highlighting a critical question in the development of sustainable AI. Another critical challenge is bias in data-driven decision making. When AI systems are trained on data that reflects existing societal biases, they can unintentionally perpetuate discrimination. For example, some recruitment algorithms have favored male candidates and systematically downgraded female applicants because the information that has been fed to the algorithm was in favor of the male candidate based on the data that was available at that time. And this reveals how bias can creep in unnoticed, leading to unfair decisions with wide reaching consequences in business, policy, and beyond. And addressing this requires ongoing scrutiny and deliberate efforts to ensure AI promotes fairness and equity. The next challenge is transparency. Many AI models operate as black boxes, making it difficult for users and stakeholders to understand how decisions are made. This opacity can erode trust and accountability that needs to be addressed and solutions to be developed to address that. And closely linked to transparency is the challenge of accountability. As AI systems take on more decision-making roles, it becomes crucial to define who is responsible for those decisions and to establish ethical frameworks that guide AI development and deployment. Without a clear governance, the risk of unintended consequences increases, potentially undermining sustainability efforts. And another area is job displacement, particularly in operational and administrative roles, which is a significant challenge frequently discussed in the context of AI development. This shift, on the other side, highlights a deeper fundamental truth, and that is effective AI governance depends critically on the role of humans in leading, directing, and overseeing AI initiatives. This collective of human intelligence and artificial intelligence underscores the need for skilled leaders, experts, and professionals who can leverage AI to amplify system capacity, foster innovation, and drive collective progress. And as AI technology advances, new challenges will continue to emerge, demanding our attention and action. It's important to recognize that responsible AI development is not merely a technical issue, it's a leadership imperative. And this reality calls on developers, policymakers, business leaders, and organizations to take proactive ownership in shaping AI's trajectory, ensuring ethical, transparent, and inclusive innovation that benefits society as a whole. And looking ahead, as we discussed today, artificial intelligence holds the power to accelerate sustainability and transform its integration across global systems. The conversation we are having today was not just about technology, it's about harnessing collective intelligence to tackle our world's greatest challenges and unlocking unprecedented possibilities that arise. We have explored both the immense opportunities and the real risks that come with this transformation. Now is the moment to move beyond fear of challenges. It's time to confront systemic obstacles and direct this technological advancement with clarity and purpose. We all have a critical and profound role to lead this transformation, leveraging AI power to accelerate innovation and co-create the next frontier of global systems. The AI integrated future is in our hands to architect. Let's shape it in a way that respects and safeguards the well-being of all its stakeholders. Thank you very much for giving me your time today. Now let's just open the forum for questions, comments, feedbacks, and experiences that you have in this area. I would love to. I'm very interested to hear about them.
Wow, that's amazing. Very insightful presentation, Somi. Thank you so much for that. And for your questions, you can use the chat box in here. You can also use the Q&A feature that we have in here. Um, oh, I can see one question. Somi from Willie. AI is not automation. It takes over analytical jobs. These are typical high education slash high pay jobs. Can we keep the link between work and income in the long run? So that's a question from Willie.
Yes, thank you, Villa. That's an excellent question. And as we just shared in the risks and challenges, this kind of transformation that is happening in the roles and the way that people work in this position is another frontier of how AI is changing the world. So technically, it's just changing how expertise, how different roles and positions are connected to the expertise and how these kind of values are being defined based on the expertise that people have in directing, leading, and shaping this AI technology within the global system. We are in that transformative era. It doesn't necessarily mean that everything is going in the right direction today, but the important thing is that we need to understand how to shape this in a sustainable way for different kinds of jobs and positions that are being integrated into this technology in the future world.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Samaya. Um, I specifically asked these questions because I hear a lot of people say that AI will take away the boring jobs and all that, but that's not the case. Taking away the boring jobs is automation. AI is actually taking away a lot of the analytics and a lot of what in many jobs is now part of the creative work. I don't think we should underestimate that. Actually, I think the safest jobs today are the lowest paid ones,
Uh,
to be
so
quite
that
honest.
So the kind of change that is happening in the middle level, the operational and administrative job that could be done by AI is just being replaced. I mean, those jobs are being replaced by AI. But here is the thing. That's the change that we need to architect and to create. So the jobs that require expertise to be the human in the loop. So rather than being in the operational or administrative, organizations need to see how they would be able to reskill or upskill their staff or their team in order to make them the human in the loop, the director in the loop, the leader in the loop, and to just, let's say, shift their expertise, their talent, their time to the kind of jobs that cannot be done by AI. Because as said, AI provides foresight. AI is a very good thinking partner. AI does some very deep analytical works, but all of this requires a human in the loop who leads, who directs, and who oversees all the initiatives. So it's not about this replacement is shifting the job landscape to upskilling, reskilling people to become the leaders in the AI era. And those kind of operational administrative, some people may say boring, but they're not boring. They're just a kind of task that can be done by artificial intelligence at a more efficient, higher speed. But those people can be reskilled and upskilled to the positions that would lead the initiative to be the human in the loop and directing the AI works within the organization.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you. That's very nice. And at the end of the day, it's really more about like amplifying or augmenting their existing capabilities. Thank you for that, Somi. Any other questions? You can use the chat box in here, the Q&A feature. Um, but
And I want to, sorry, right, but not only the questions, any kind of experience that you have within your organizations, how you are integrating AI, at which stage your organization is, and any kind of comments or thinking about that, not only the questions.
absolutely, that would be amazing. Yeah. So while we're waiting for them, Somi, perhaps you can wait for one to two questions or reflections or insights coming from anyone.
Sure,
Um,
sure.
I love the presentations, but some of the questions that I had thought of would be like across everything that you've shared today, where do you see the biggest gap between how organizations approach sustainability and what actually creates long-term impact?
So, as I shared today, I mean, sustainability is not a separate initiative or a checkbox for organization. It's something that needs to be integrated and woven into every layer of the organization because sustainability is not just about doing good, it's about doing well for organizations. So, if they want to just grow, if they want to be resilient in the future, if they want to just uh, future-proof their organization, they need to integrate sustainability initiatives from the outset to architect that into every layer of their organization. So it's not something as a separate initiative, it's something, a strategic imperative to be considered at every layer from the outset of the designing every processes or strategies within an organization.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you for that, Somi. Can we dig a little bit deeper on that? Because you mentioned earlier, I believe you framed AI right as augmenting intelligence across systems and scales. How should leaders think about this in practical terms? Where do they begin without overwhelming their current operations?
Yeah, that's a very good question. And uh, uh, you know, organizations today are at different stages of integrating AI into their to their operation, and some of them may also be unknown to them. Just like I said today, when you're using your Google Map or you're just unlocking your mobile, you're actually using an AI technology. So technically, it's being woven into every layer of our life and also our businesses, the businesses that we do. But if you want to make it more intentional, organizations need to think how they would be able to leverage AI's capability in each part of their organization, depending on the context, the industry, and the sector they're working, to lead the operational excellence, which or to advance the resource efficiency, which is a huge contributor to the sustainability efforts, and at the same time to their bottom line, or how they would be able to integrate this AI to designing business strategies that is more sustainable and also thriving or economically thriving kind of strategy. So these are all the things that they need to work on based on the context and business requirement to see how at different levels from strategy to operations to product and service development would be able to leverage this immense capability to create sustainable solutions that would take their organization to the next level. But this is not going to be all in one night, not happening. It's something very gradual. And organizations need to identify their own way, their own capability. It's something to be designed for each one of these organizations, not just a one size fits all solution, depending on the resource they have available, depending on the context, depending on the requirements and everything. They can work on this integration and gradual, let's say, adoption of AI technology within their systems.
That's amazing. But for so me for the organizations, since organizations, right, they fall into different levels in terms of their adoption, right? If an organization is still early in their journey, What is the most practical first step that they can take?
So just thinking, this AI technology is advancing as an very, very fast pace. I mean, I was just reading somewhere that over the past couple of months, 12,000 AI applications and platforms were just introduced to the market. So this is huge. Depending on what you're doing, you would be able to just look into the market and see what applications are available. And I'm not only talking about these applications, it's about scenario planning, how AI can help your organization to enhance your productivity. It's just a great question that Willie asked. Some of the jobs or some of the tasks could be done by AI-enabled tools in a faster, more efficient way, and you can channel your team's expertise, their
Mm.
talents, and their time to something more productive rather than just doing the routine work. Or in the strategy planning, as I said, AI can help even the leaders, business leaders, to simulate their decisions before even doing that in the a real world. So these are all the areas that they can start do that, but just they as that this is kind of be something to be designed and taught for every organization depending on their context, their sectors, the resource they have available, and but this is inevitable. Nobody can just resist the change and say, okay, I'm afraid of this. I cannot do this. That's not going to work like this. This change is bringing all of us with it. So the ones who are early adopters are the ones who are going to just be pioneering, just like the Google we said, just the Nike, and there are thousands of these companies around the world that are leveraging this capability in order to get ahead in the market, to advance on their sustainability journey, and to accelerate on the outcomes that they are gaining in sustainability and other areas.
Totally insightful. Thank you for that, Somi. Enrique Sierra, I believe, has a question. So please go ahead, Enrique.
Yes, yes, please. A consideration. AI, as well as all other innovations, lead to more productivity, to improvements in productivity. More can be produced with less effort. And so this means time could be one of those elements that would be reduced. Could we foresee a workload, for example, of 20 hours per week in the near future, or 40 or 45 or 35 or 30, or what would you say,
Yeah,
please?
yeah, absolutely. That's an excellent point that you made. So that's another area that AI can help with the enhancing the quality of life. So by just kind of enhancing the efficiency through the systems, it's gonna be kind of time saving in the business systems and also in the type of the work that the team put the time that put into the task. And it can also elevate the human quality of life with kind of a more productive way of working and more kind of balanced work and life hours that could be done. I myself do not very much use the balanced working or work life because I always think about it as integration of work and life. We live what we do, but based on these standards that are there, this could enhance productivity and help with the countries and governance systems to balance that work and lifetime hours.
Thank you.
Of
Thank
course.
you for that,
Thank you.
Enrique. So before we wrap up, maybe last one from my end. Somi, if you were to leave our audience with one action they can take immediately after this session, what would it be?
So as just said in the beginning of the discussion today, I didn't mean to just introduce a catalog of solutions, say, okay, these are the things that you can take with you and work on that. No, that wasn't what this conversation was about. What I meant to say is just be something opening a discussion and to see where every one of us can just act in order to shape this new frontier, whether we are business leaders, researchers, operational manager, or in every position that we are, let's see how we would be able to leverage this capability in order to enhance the quality of life, to support sustainability efforts, and to make this world a better place, and also to reshape this advanced, this fast and accelerating technology in a responsible and sustainable way. We should not just sit aside and see how they are advancing that. Each one of us has a role in shaping this technology and making it kind of responsible technology that accelerates well-being of humanity and the planet Earth and all the stakeholders that are just using that.
Well said. Thank you so much for that, Somi. And with that, please give Somi a big round of applause. Very insightful. Before we end, by the way, we'd appreciate your support in completing our post-webinar feedback form. It's right here in our chat box. Your inputs definitely would help us continuously improve and shape future sessions that are more relevant and impactful to you. So
Okay.
yeah, if you can spend
Thank,
a couple of your seconds of your time to accomplish our
thank,
survey in there.
thank you everyone for your time today, for joining us and for having this discussion. And I'm very hopeful that we would be able to continue this discussion in another event, just diving deep into one of these skills with more insight and more engagement and discussing that between us to see how we would be able to work together to shape that.
Absolutely, that's amazing. Thank you for that, Somi. But again, before we close, let me quickly highlight an important global initiative from IAQ, the Quality Sustainability Award 2026. So the QSA 2026, it recognizes organizations that are delivering measurable impact where quality and sustainability come together to drive real results. This is about translating strategy into outcomes, from intent to implementation, and from initiatives to sustained impact. If your organization or one of you know is advancing meaningful sustainability efforts, this is the platform worth exploring. And here are the key details as well. You can also check the website. You can also check the post that we have on Facebook, on LinkedIn. Applications are open for 2026, and we encourage submissions from organizations across industries, across regions, from across the globe. The process is designed to showcase real world impact supported by structured evaluation and global recognition. So you may scan the QR code or visit the IAQ website for full details, criteria, and submission guidelines. So we look forward to seeing strong entries that demonstrate how quality can drive sustainability at scale. So as we close, let me leave you with this thought that sustainability is no longer a question of intent. It's a question of capability. The organizations that move forward are those that can integrate insight, adapt quickly, and execute with discipline. That's where conversations like today matter. And on behalf of IAQ, thank you for being part of the session and for your continued commitment to advancing quality for humanity. We also extend our appreciation once again to our amazing speaker, Somi, for sharing your insights and perspective. Stay connected with IAQ through our upcoming programs and initiatives. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day ahead. Good night to those ones who are, in this part of the world. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Somi.
Thank you, Ray, and thanks everyone. Have a great one wherever you're in the world. Bye-bye.